Ahoy, hoy! Welcome to another spooky episode of the O Show. I'm O, and I'm here for your amusement. Hey, y'all. So, we are going to talk about Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Okay? Do you guys know about this movie? You have probably seen it. Shit, actually this year. Like, it's a 2023 release. We all know Winnie the Pooh. Something stuff with... Wait, how's the song go? Anyway, Winnie the Pooh is this bear who was bought by Disney. So he's been like a Disney product for like a while. And I guess he is right now, as of 2023, public domain, which means like anybody could just use him and not have to get permission to do so. And I feel like whoever made this movie were like literally just like waiting for the countdown of when the shit was going to be just free to everyone. Like, I feel like the movie was already made and they were just like, now when this shit and this countdown like goes down to 0, like we are releasing this movie. And yeah, this is the first movie that is not put out by Disney. It is a total R-rated slasher horror movie. And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm not mad at it for what they did. Like, this is the first Winnie the Pooh movie to just, you know, again, not be made by Disney. However, it is a piece of shit movie, so don't get me wrong. It's a horrible, horrible movie. But it's kind of fun watching it again. If you're like me, a product of the 80s, and you've watched all the Winnie the Pooh movies and like the TV show, these come on Saturday mornings, kids say they don't know about that. I can just again appreciate that they did something different with Winnie the Pooh, but overall, this movie it's a piece of junk. Okay, y'all, let's talk about this movie. So, it starts off with a narrative of Christopher Robin stumbling through the 100-acre woods. Now, here's my first problem with this movie. How old is he? Like, they never say like how old he is, but why is there a kid just walking through 100-acre woods? Like, math is hard. I don't know math, but 100 acres seems really large to me. So, like, is it like in his backyard? Is it part of the county? Like, I don't know. Like, what is this 100-acre woods? So he does so, and he stumbles upon... What the hell is on my table? Oh. We'll cut that. He stumbles upon 5 beings in these woods, who the narrator says are like an abomination to nature, right? So they're like these half-breed children. So did someone like have sex with all these animals? Or were they made in a lab? Like, where did they come from? We don't know where they came from. But they're like these animal human half-breeds, right? I see where they were going. See? It was kind of smart, but I need a little more info. So, they introduce themselves because they talk. And they say, hey, I'm Rabbit, Owl, Eeyore, Piglet, and Winnie the Pooh. So, Christopher Robin befriends them and says, we're going to be friends to the end. And he grows up, still like visiting them like apparently like every day or something. So I guess he's like sneaking into his mom's like cabinet and shit and stealing food. And then he feeds these things like every day. So then one day he goes, oh my God, you guys, I'm going to go to college and be a doctor, which means I can't come and feed you every day. So he just skips along and leaves. So apparently these things are like, what the fuck? So they resent him for that. Starve. Like the narrator is saying like winter came and they were starving, and so they resulted in like eating each other. And they started with Eeyore, and all they do is talk about Eeyore. They're like, Eeyore was no more because they were on the brink of starvation, so they decided to eat one of them. So aren't you like half-breed animals? Like the 100-acre wood sounds again like a big place. You can't go find some berries and some leaves and like whatever else. Okay, again. See what they're doing? They're trying. Looks like that line right here, but they're like here to like making sense on things. Okay, so look. Christopher Robin, like, I don't even know if he graduated college. I assume he did because he comes back with his fiance, girlfriend, some chick, and he's like, remember all those stories I told you? And this goes on for like 10 minutes. I don't understand why he just keeps bringing this up. But he's like, remember that story I told you? And you don't believe me? Do you think I'm crazy? Blah, blah, blah. So he's taking this girl into the 100-acre woods. And he goes, I want you to meet these friends. Like, they should be here. And there's a Eeyore grave clearly marked that Eeyore is dead and gone, right? But it's just Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. So what happened to Owl and Rabbit? So I guess we're supposed to assume that Owl and Rabbit were eaten too, but there's no graves and no one says anything about it, so I don't know where they are. Why, movie? It's so easy to say something. You could be like, and then 6 months later, bloop, Owl's gone, and 6 months later, bloop, Rabbit's gone. Like, I don't know. So anyway, like Winnie the Pooh and Piglet are all grown up now, right? They got like these man bodies. They're in clothes. Piglet has like tusks coming out of his mouth, so I guess he grew up to be like a warthog. I mean, makes sense. You know, years has passed. Okay, I guess if they're hybrids, they're gonna grow up. So I get it. They're like these grown people now. And Winnie has like, okay. So now I know that this movie is not working with a big, huge budget because Winnie has like the worst mask. Piglet has the worst mask. But they're like grown. Okay, I get it. And they get pissed off when Christopher Robin comes back. And you think they killed him, but they didn't. They're actually like holding him like captive through the whole movie. But his girlfriend didn't make it. Oops, spoiler. Okay, now. But the remainder of the movie is about a group of girlfriends who decide to have like, I guess, a weekend away at some cabin or something. Now here's my problem. During the opening credits of this movie, there's all these like newspaper clippings and they're saying like there's a man, bear, pig. Is that a South Park reference? Man, bear, pig? Because, you know, they're all like men size. There's a bear, there's a pig. But there's this character on South Park called Man, Bear, Pig. But I see what y'all did there. If you made this movie or you're watching this video, I see what you did there. I see. Alright, so there's these newspaper articles saying like shit is happening in these woods, people are dying, people are missing, there's this pig man out there, a bear out there, like 100-acre woods are like dangerous, blah blah blah. Okay, now we get like a group of girlfriends going for this weekend at this like cabin or house in the 100-acre woods. They have to go to the 100-Acre Woods. Now, I would assume this place should be in the news, where people are like, don't go to the fucking 100-Acre Woods, you're gonna die. But they do, and there's a house out there, obviously for people to utilize. So that didn't make any sense to me. I can see if they were just driving and they got lost and then they had a flat tire and they ended up in a 100-Acre Woods. And they ended up in a old abandoned house from like years ago. See, should have used that, you guys. But now, they're in this house in the 100-Acre Woods. So, I don't feel bad for you because you're all gonna fucking die. So, of course, right away, Winnie the Pooh and Piglet are on a rampage because one, when Christopher Robin originally left, they swore off not to talk again. They are going to use their animal instincts and never talk again. And they're going to hate all of the human society, especially Christopher Robin. So that is why they're on a damn rampage. Because Christopher Robin went to college and they couldn't find fish in the river, apparently. By the way, side note, I don't know if I said this earlier, which I don't think I did because I've been drinking. Okay, but look at my favorite character is Tigger, right? The wonderful thing about Tiggers is Tiggers are wonderful things. Tigger is not in this movie. And I looked it up because before I talk shit about that little point, I wanted just to see like what was happening. Apparently Tigger is still under copyright through Disney. So like I don't understand that. Like wasn't Tigger like an original Winnie the Pooh character? So of all the other characters, by the way, there's no Kanga, there's no Roo, there's no Gopher, but Gopher was stupid. Like no one cared about Gopher. That's it, right? Yeah, I think all the other animals are accounted for. But yeah, there's no Tigger. They wanted Tigger in the movie, but Tigger is still under copyright with Disney. And I don't remember how long he's still under copyright, but that's why there's no Tigger in this movie. So, back to the madness. So, Winnie the Pooh's killing people, Piglet's killing people, and then at the end of the movie, these girls find Christopher Robin tied up, which... There's a part in the movie where Winnie the Pooh is going to punish Christopher Robin and he's like tied up like a slave, like some Kunta Kinte style. And Winnie the Pooh is like, I'm going to find a weapon to torture you with. And there's all these weapons on the wall. And what does he find? This long like weave of hair in a ponytail. And he starts whipping Christopher Robin on the back like a slave. And it is really like slashing his back. So I was like, oh, that must be like some like, I don't know, like that good weave. You know, like the Indian hair. Is that the good weave? I don't know. Because I haven't had weave in my hair in a very, very long time. But he is like, there's no explanation of whose hair this is. Like, he just has this ponytail of hair on a wall and just starts whipping Christopher Robin on it. And oh my god. Okay, and look, and there's this one part where there's a girl tied up and Winnie the Pooh is like eating some honey, which I assume is honey. They really don't show. It's weird. He's eating honey. And you know what drove me crazy about this movie? Like every time Winnie like killed somebody, you would see all this blood splatter on his face, or this time he's like eating honey. And then like 5 minutes later, his face is just 100% clean. There's no blood stains. There's no honey stains. It's just clean. Where'd it go? Okay, and then, so this is girl tied up, and after he eats his honey, he comes over to her and like he like bitch slaps her, which we think is to death, because he winds up and just whips and whips and whips and whips, and then the screen goes black, and then her girlfriends finally find her, and they're like, oh my god, like, I don't know her name, who cares? And they're like, oh my god, wake up. And then she wakes up. There's no blood on her face. She ain't got no like red marks or bruises. She just wakes up. Like, I thought he was like karate chopping her neck or something, but oh my god, this movie, guys, this movie. Y'all, like oh my god, let me tell you. So, if I hadn't said this before, which I don't think I did. So, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, is right now streaming on Prime, but it's not free, so you have to buy it. You have to buy it or rent it. And you know when you buy stuff from Amazon and they're like, do you need this tomorrow? Because if you could wait till this day, we'll give you some promotional digital points or whatever. So I'm always like, okay, I don't need this right now, I can wait. Clickety click. And so I guess I had like all these points build up. So thank God I did not have to buy or pay for this movie, because I would have been really disappointed. And I already knew what I was getting myself into, like renting it anyway, so I just rented it, and it didn't cost no money. But if you really want to watch this movie, I'm just letting you know it's not free, because these people have the nerve to charge you for it. But look, there's a part in the end where these girls try to get away, and they are kind of saved by like these 4 dudes in a car, which I don't understand how they fit in that car, because it was like a truck and it didn't look like there was a lot of room in there. But anyway, you know what, man, I don't know. So alright, so look at, so what was I saying? There are these 4 dudes and they approach Winnie, because one girl actually does get the upper hand on Piglet, so Piglet's gone. So it just, there's Winnie left over, and apparently he has like this superhuman strength, which, why? Why does he have this super, he's like Jason. I don't understand why he thinks like he's Jason from like Friday the 13th, walking around just invincible. So, there's a showdown with 4 guys, and he kills 3 guys, and 1 guy runs off into the darkness, so I guess he just runs off in the darkness. Okay, well, he lived. Okay, so then Christopher Robin makes a final appearance by driving into Winnie and pinning him between 2 cars. So you think he's dead, but of course he's not, because these killers are never dead. So he kind of pushes 1 car away and unpins himself and walks towards the 2 final people in the scene. But then one of the cars like explodes, and then you never see the other car anywhere. So I kept having to rewind that part, like, okay, he was pinned between 2 cars. Okay, he pushed 1 car out the way so that he come like walk away from the situation. So am I to believe this car is just rolling down the road? Because even when this one explodes, there's no other car around. So I guess they only had like 1 car in the budget to explode, because there's no budget in this movie, guys. So, where'd the other car go? Christopher Robin runs away. So apparently there is supposed to be a sequel to this movie. Yes, you heard it here, folks. There is going to be a Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, I guess. I guess that rhymes. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey to something, 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 something. Why can't I remember the Winnie the Pooh song? Alright, anyway, I don't know. So, y'all, that is Winnie the Pooh. And if they make a sequel, like I said, I don't know when Tigger will be public domain, but it's just going to be Winnie the Pooh. So if they make a sequel, I don't know, it's so stupid. Okay, have you seen Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey? Put it in the comments. What did you think of the movie? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Like, again, if we didn't know what Winnie the Pooh was, and then after all these years, someone decided to make a movie called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Oh, hell no. Like, I was like, fuck you, movie makers. Like, now you're just trying to take my money from me. But, like, I guess with us all knowing Winnie the Pooh, like, how come there are no, like, heffalumps in this movie? Heffalumps? Were those elephants in the movie? Maybe that could be, like, the sequel. Like, the heffalumps comes. Heffalumps? Because there's no other character. I think that's it, right? So you got Owl, you got Rabbit. I wish there would have been like a rabbit in this movie. But, well, they're not talking, I guess. But you know how Rabbit used to be all like pissed off? He'd be like, ooh, no Pooh. That would have been funny. Or maybe Rabbit and Owl have been hiding out this whole time. Like, they haven't been there. And then in the sequel, right, we learned that Rabbit's been hiding out somewhere underground. And maybe he ate Gopher. I don't know. There's no Gopher, I guess. It's just Owl. I guess you can't eat Owl because Owl... Well, we don't know if Owl flies. You know, this movie is just... You know, let me just stop. Look. Okay, look. This movie is getting none of my shots. Okay? None. Not one. Usually, sometimes I feel bad for movies. And I say, hey, you know what? You got one of my shots. Just take a shot. In this case, nope. So, no shots for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. But if you are curious and interested, and it's free, be all about it. So, cheers. Oh, you gotta be. No, you're too close to the fire. My little candle's almost gone, you guys. Alright, well, I guess that means this video's over, so. What was I saying? So, look, y'all. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Fifi's still here. Say hi, Fifi. Oh my god, I can't focus right now. Damn shots. Alright, so what I said, and I'll see you all in the next video. So, TTFN.